Hi, my name is David. I've been an atheist for the last 4 years or so. And the main reason I'm an atheist is because of a principle enunciated by Bertrand Russell, and that's all beliefs should be informed by evidence. And because there isn't any evidence to suggest the existence of a supreme being or God of any kind, I don't believe in said creature.
In India's Uttar Pradesh state, in a city of 400,000 known as Muzaffarnagar, voters recently chose the Bharatiya Janata Party to represent them in the state legislative assembly after a campaign seen by critics as racially divisive. The BJP is used to such accusations by now. In connection with the campaign in 2013, after the city's Hindu-Muslim race riots that left 65 people dead and 55,000 homeless, the All India Democratic Women's Association accused party leaders of having instigated the riots by polarizing society. Such behavior might not be considered out of character for the BLP. The party officially supports India's current law that makes homosexuality a crime. Holding power in 2002 and again in 2014, the party mandated sweeping changes to primary and secondary school textbooks to ensure Indian children learn that stem cell research, television, and automobiles were invented in India thousands of years ago. One of the textbooks manages to mix one part Uber Alles with one part Allahu Akbar, titled Shining India, the book that makes the chilling assertion that it is better to die for one's religion and an alien religion is a source of sorrow. Although the Muzaffarnagar vote was a special by-election only to replace the city's recently deceased assembly member, the result is being viewed as crucial in the countdown to the statewide assembly elections next year. Lawmakers in the Sindh province of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan have drafted a bill that, for the first time ever, proposes to grant state recognition to Hindu marriages. Although Hindus are not forbidden to marry, their unions have never been ratified by the 60-year-old republic. The Muslim Family Laws Ordinance of 1961 provides only for marriages solemnized under Muslim law. Pakistani Hindus have long sought official recognition, complaining that without state sanction, they have found themselves necessarily defending the legitimacy of their marriages before the law. Although there is the smack of eugenics in the clause that limits Hindu men to one wife, another clause commendably sets the minimum age for marriage at a respectable 18 years. Ramesh Vankwani of the Pakistan Hindu Council expressed concerns over the bill's stipulation that conversion away from Hinduism is grounds for divorce. He fears the provision could be misused to defend the many forced conversions that occur in rural areas of the province. Several news outlets, including Reuters, have incorrectly reported that the bill has already passed. The Pakistan Hindu Council's Facebook page links to an article on thenews.com.pk that refers to the recently presented Hindu marriage bill. According to the website, as well as the news site thehindu.com, Vankwani is currently garnering public support to have the objectionable clause removed and hopes the law will be passed by April. During his week-long tour of Mexico in mid-February, Pope Francis demonstrated once again that he won't be put into an ideological box. The dominant theme of his message to Mexicans was the need to improve the future prospects of the nation's young people, which he depicted as rather bleak due to lack of bare necessities, lack of equity, and modern society's narcissism, selfishness, and profit-over-people mentality. These failures, the pontiff asserted, have created fertile soil for corruption, drug trade, violence, and various other societal maladies. Francis called on the Mexican clergy not to resign themselves to the paralyzing injustice of violence, and thrust onto government and industry the responsibility to create opportunities for dignified employment and education. In spite of the progressive message, the Pope remains a complex man. On his way to the Central American country, he met with the Patriarch of the Russian Orthodox Church to hammer out a joint declaration of unity between the two Christian sects. The historic document enshrines opposition to gay marriage, abortion, euthanasia, and biomedical reproductive technology, which represents an attack on the foundations of human existence. There has so far been no widespread reaction among the 5 million humans born via in vitro fertilization or the myriad humans who owe their existence to fertility treatments. Full English transcripts of many of the papal speeches, as well as the joint declaration, are available at n.radiovaticana.va.